Best wishes friends and lectures. Introduce my name Jeremy Apronotangka. Student ID number 71 2019 144. I will tell you about the bad experience I had when I was in vocational in school. I had a bad experience, namely problems with teachers. When I was on a semester exam and was changing answers, and my paper was turned in front of my classmates, I was immediately shocked, speechless, and I was told to leave the classroom and told to call the parents to the school to face the teacher. For 2 weeks, I was afraid to tell to my parents. For 2 weeks, I don't go to class. Finally, 3, I started to fail, send and pray to God for the best way. It was time for me to explain myself to talking in front of my parents, and finally my parents come to school to solve the problems by asking me to change schools. It made me calmer and grateful to God for my mistakes, so that this would not happen again and could change my attitude. So bad experience, I thank you.
My name is Suryani Gloria Swan, NIM 71 2019 1446. Here will be a reflection of bad experience in my life. The worst thing that ever happened was when I lost my first love in the family. That we are always proud of wherever we are, namely my father. The way to see God in any way after we experience bad things is that we must be aiming to things positive. That what God has this key that ours in the bed. Every one of us thinking difficult times as a calling given by God. If we'll bend strong, it only then here's a happy tomorrow.
Hello, my name is Putri Limas Marmata. My student ID number is 71 2019 148. I want to tell you about my response when I received bad news in my life. I also tried to trust why this had happened in my life. But in this life, we must know and understand about God's heart has willingly given us what we want. So we must also receive what God gives us. If the Lord gives good things in our life, we must accept in joy. So if we too must accept the temptation and the face and problems that come with joy as well. God knows it better and than anyone what is best in our life. If every problems come, so make them become a blessing and a lesson in our lives. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Christine Andriana Paripeni, NIM 71 2019 and 150. Here I will tell you a few touching stories that I have experienced, namely about my personal family. My father is a Indonesian National Army and my mother is only a housewife. We are the simple family. We were still living in the army dormitory at the time because my father did not have a private home yet. When it was reported that our father will retire next year, and until then he still did not have a private home because when we retire, we can no longer live in dormitories and have to live there. At the time, my father owned a piece of land near the house, but there were many problems that were so sad that he was deceived the umpteenth time, until finally the house was sold at a very cheap price. At the time, we always prayed for direction to God to give us a way out, but it took a long time for my parents to sell all their personal belongings. Even their wedding ring, they mortgaged them just to buy a cheap house that we would immediately occupy. At that time, we all did not know what to do. And at the time, we thought that God would hurry up and help our family to make it easier for all of our struggles to have God's private house. If by 2020 we do not find a house, we will all be forced to return to our hometowns to our entity, where our father come from. But from that, my father did not give up on looking for help here and there. We keep praying for direction from God. So that's right, in 2020, which is the beginning of April, we decided to buy a cheap house. Thanks God, with all the instruction from God, we can own this house even though we still have to pay debts in the bank until our father retires. But here we are very, very grateful and thankful to the Lord Jesus for not leaving us and always giving blessing in the midst of our family. We see God's way of being real and extraordinary in our life. God really helps us at the time He has set for us, and we really accept it, even with the full of obstacles and trials that occur at the time. That's all. Thank you.